I love it. All right, let's jump into the demo then. Show
Okay,
me ScreenCharm, the best
so
way.
this is the when user
Okay,
opens the app,
very nice.
he can choose whatever he wants to record.
Okay,
Yes.
okay, and
For example, I want to record a Google Chrome.
okay, hell yeah! It shows you, it highlights it. Very nice.
Yeah, you can change the size. For example, if you don't want to record
Okay,
the upper panel, yes, you can
very
make
nice.
it lower.
Looks beautiful.
We start recording.
Okay.
After that, user makes some actions.
Huh?
As a user of Screen Studio, you know exactly
Yeah, yeah. Like
what is
go
there.
on your landing page. Let's like just do a mock uh
And
roast.
then it
Okay.
stops, and
Yeah.
we can see
All right.
our
Okay.
recording.
Okay. Sounds good. And then are there zoom options and stuff? Or
Yeah, yeah,
the
for sure.
yeah,
It's the main feature, I guess.
yeah, the following is good.
I want to improve it. Yes, following is not. It has to be improved, I guess, because right now it's a little bit um, edgy, I would say. Yeah. So
What if you what happens if you click the zoom tab? Does it open up
yeah,
the
you can
okay,
change
zoom
your
level?
zoom level. You can
Okay.
apply this zoom level to all other zoom
Uh-huh.
effects. You can switch off your
Cursor.
following the cursor
Okay.
feature. So in that case, we just zoom in, but we do not follow the cursor, and
Okay.
you can see disappeared
It
somewhere
just
here.
zooms in. Can I choose the zoom? Like, can I change the zoom position?
Yes, you can move it. You can move it on the timeline. Yeah.
No, no. I mean you know how if you don't follow the cursor, it just zooms in the middle. Can I move it to zoom another place?
You mean you want to change zoom in position? Yes, like
Yeah,
this, like something here, for example.
yeah.
No,
How do you do that?
currently it's not possible. Yeah,
Okay. So it just zooms in on where you click.
yeah,
Okay.
exactly. And you can remove it,
Hmm.
and yeah, basically that's it. That's the functionality of the zoom effects.
Okay.
Also, there is some basic additional editorial stuff, I would say,
Hmm.
like making undo, redo,
Hmm.
changing your background, changing
Hmm.
padding, size, corners,
Okay.
and so on. Yeah,
All right. Can you change the padding? I want to see that.
yeah, for sure.
Okay. All right. Very cool. Yeah, yeah. It looks great. It looks
Oh,
fantastic.
thank you,
Yeah,
Zaid.
yeah, yeah. It's it kind of there's no the right now your only selling feature is it's cheaper, right?
Yeah, I would say yes. This is my main differentiator currently.
Mm,
I have some ideas. How can I differentiate from Screen Studio? Not
mhm,
only by price currently, and I think I will implement it in the near future because I have a lot of features that
mhm.
I have to implement, like saving project, opening project. Because currently I cannot save this project and open it again uh,
Okay.
uh, when I open ScreenCharm the next time. So I have many features that I have to add, but I need to some kind of differentiate myself from Screen Studio currently. And I have
Yeah,
some ideas, it's some design ideas, I guess, for the final videos. Yeah, I want to play with backgrounds and
uh,
something
you can
like
stop
this.
sharing the screen. We can just chat it
Okay,
up.
okay.
Hey, so yeah, so you want to differentiate it with backgrounds? Like, what is the pain? Like the pain point you're solving for right now is I need to record something cheaply. That's the pain
Yeah, I guess
you're
I guess so.
attacking.
But I think you see this picture a little bit differently because not all the people in the world know about Screen Studio. Yeah, and this is why I stopped thinking about it like this recently, because we think like everyone is using Screen Studio, yeah, like the market is saturated. Yes, you cannot jump into it, but
That's not
actually,
no, that's not what I'm thinking at all. I'm just saying that
okay.
any intelligent buyer is gonna do research. They're gonna look at Loom. They're gonna say, "Oh,
Mhm.
Loom is free, up to 1 hour, whatever, kinda does the job. It's backed by like, it's huge. Boom, Loom." And then they're gonna be like, "No, but I need a little more control." Okay. You're gonna look at it, you're gonna see Screen Studio. All right, Screen Studio has more control, but it's a little
Mhm.
expensive. Like, it's people are gonna do research, whether you like it or not. You can do like, "Oh, no, nobody's gonna like," and do that, but it's just not a good way to compete in a market. Like, a saturated market is good because it means there's money in it.
Yeah, exactly.
So the best way is to compete proudly and strongly, be like, "Yeah, I have everything Screen Studio has, plus that, plus I'm faster, plus I'm what," like, you wanna compete, you know what I
Yeah,
mean?
I'm 100% agree with you, and
Yeah.
I have some ideas how I will differentiate myself, and
Yeah, you
and
don't
I
have to
want.
reveal it. I'm just saying that you gotta compete and you gotta have a reason, like why I say the pain you're solving for, because when you focus in on a specific pain, you can compete more, like with more awareness, more clarity, right? Because you're
Yeah,
saying, "Oh, some people want the Screen Studio stuff, but they don't wanna pay so much for it." You can just compete on price. It's not a good idea to compete on price because whoever you're competing against can lower the price, and now you're just reducing prices in the market, which is not, people do it, but it's not fun, right? Because then it's whoever's better finance wins because they can eat the cost. But if you want to you have to compete like on features, basically, on like things that other people can't do. Like I told you about my pro example, like there's nobody serving that market, so maybe you compete there. But I don't know who your target market that you want to build for and what their pain point
yeah,
is.
yeah. I got your idea. Yeah, and I'm agree.
Yeah.
Uh, I think I'm on the path right now of investigating
Good.
this problem currently and
Good.
finding the feature, because I'm talking with my users, and I think I hope that I will find some features that will differentiate me. Uh, I mean, significantly from Screen Studio, because right
Yeah.
now, as I know, they have a team, and I'm doing this alone, and I think maybe I have more flexibility currently, and I can maybe some. I have some crazy ideas.
Hmm.
I mean, some crazy features, and um, I can experiment with it easily. Like,
100%. Yeah. Yeah. No,
yeah,
I'm not trying to discourage you. I'm just saying, like, get in it with your eyes wide open and with that calm and confidence. Like, you don't have to be intimidated or say, like look at them like, "Oh, well, they have this and they have that." No, it's fine. Like they built a great product and I want to compete with them. I'm gonna reach feature parity at some point, and then I have my ideas that are gonna, create the fork in the road. Because what you want to compete on usually is a direction that your competitors are not going in, right? Like
yeah,
like like for example, I'm building Caravan Notes. Like everybody's building notes for like the business corporation. Nobody's building notes app for writers, right? So I'm like, okay, you can compete with me and make it for writers, but then your main proposition is gonna like, get weaker because you're trying to be everything for everyone. So I'm not trying to discourage you from competing. I'm just saying that right now you need to be aware that your users are using it because it's cheap. So if you just talk to them, that's mostly the feedback you're going to get. Getting on demo calls with prospects and saying, "Hey, what would you like to see based on kind
mhm,
of the target market that you want to uh, capture, right? What would you like to see?" Show me how you use Screen Studio even. What would you like to see in Screen Studio? Just this kind of research mentality of getting on calls and getting the information directly from the prospect. And you don't have to do a lot. Like you talk to the 9 people, you'll get all the information, all the insights you need. Like depending on the target market, like 9 people from the same target market, same kind of user, same role. Like if you talk to designers, talk to 9 people, you're gonna hear all the ideas. You talk to animators, you know, whatever.
Again, I'm afraid uh, of listening to every feature that people are saying to me, because maybe some of these features could be just very rare case scenario, like it will be used only by, I don't know, 1% of users, and
Mhm.
spending, I don't know, a month on implementing something difficult, and then realizing that only 1% of your users are using it. It's like and I have to differentiate it, yes. Like what, like I don't know, more than half of my users will use, yes, in the future, and they will see value in this feature or not. Because focusing on some small things is it's a waste of time. It could be a waste of time, I guess.
Yeah, but like you can think like that, or
I
like
recently started thinking about prioritization. Yes, I think for me, I have many ideas what I need to implement. Also, I have many features from Screen Studio that they currently have, and
mhm.
I also can just duplicate them into my project. And I need to figure out uh, what is my current prioritization of these features. Yes, what should I start? What should I implement currently? Should I make like some huge differentiation currently? Yeah, I mean, I want to implement something like visually will make my videos different, look different. Should I start with it and then add some functionalities of Screen Studio? Maybe not so much important. Yeah.
I don't know. I like if you're asking me how I would approach it, because like is that what you're asking, or are you just
Yeah,
disagreeing and saying,
I would like your opinion, I think, about this. So
yeah? So the way I think of things is I think of an idea called a complete solution, right? Which means when like the jobs to be done framework a lot of people talk about, but basically when you buy an app or use an app, you're employing it to do a job,
yeah,
right? So if your solution cannot do the job, your first priority is to make it do the job, right? So right now it seems like it's just the job. Hey, I want to record a quick video with Zoom. That job is done, right? Uh, so then after you do that, you now start thinking, okay, what else do they want to do? Like how do you get them not to switch to another tool is really your main goal. Like if I use ScreenCharm, right? And I use it a lot. And then I'm frustrated with it doesn't have this, it doesn't have that, it doesn't have this, it doesn't have that, right? I'll switch to Screen Studio, right? I'll look for the solution that has that situation and I'll get it. Having a visual differentiator doesn't add value. You know what I mean?
yeah, yeah,
Like it doesn't add value. I need the functionality. I need to do the job I employed the app to do. So focusing on that first, getting it up to the point where there's no reason to switch, then thinking about how do I add power features that Screen Studio has. The visual stuff is good for marketing because you can show and it looks different. But in actuality, what you need to be focusing on is retention. You know what I mean? Like how do I
yeah,
keep users and not have them switch? When's the last time my last user like you said 25 people who bought lifetime, right? Some
yes,
of them are supporters, some of them, actually use it, whatever. So you go look at the analytics and you see people who dropped off. right? And you go reach out to them and say, hey, you haven't used ScreenCharm in whatever, 3 months, 2 months. Can you tell me why you stopped using it? And you get insight. You're gonna say, yeah, well, I needed it for this, but then I wanted custom cursors, or then I wanted custom animations, or then I wanted whatever. And you're gonna get the prioritization feedback you need. Uh, Same thing with prospecting. So this is the user talking to the user, but then talking to prospects, you kind of look at who is my target market, the role and skill set of my target market. Are they founders who know nothing about design? Software engineers who know nothing about design? You talk to them. You're like, hey, I see you're using Loom. Have you thought of using something better? And you have a conversation. That's the whole point of business. Is like marketing is not advertising, and it's very often confused with advertising or PR. And what marketing is understanding the market and creating a market, creating a customer, and that is a relationship activity. It's not something
Yeah.
that the people who crush it at a mass scale. It's because they have relationships with the avatar that other people like. They have a strong relationship with an animator, and they're building for that animator. And guess what? If that animator loves it, all the other animators are gonna love it too. You know what I mean? But without
Yes.
that initial relationship, it's very hard to build something that people want, because you're just gonna build what you think people want, and that is often not accurate at all. Does that make sense?
Absolutely. Yeah.
Right.
Absolutely.
Yeah. So
Yeah.
it's
I
it's
think
it's not a
I'm
matter
still.
of. I think your fear is the Henry Ford quote, right? Like if I listen to what people want, then get a faster horse or something like that, and you're like,
Yeah.
and you're
Exactly.
and you're like, I don't want to just build what people request, and that's not what you're doing. You're trying to understand the pain behind that request, and then use your innovation and brilliance to kind of address that pain in your way. You don't have to build exactly what they want, but you're like, okay, like maybe I come in and I'm like, oh, I need interpolation on the camera movements, right? And instead of
Yeah.
you giving me interpolation on the camera movements, maybe you give me like 4 speeds, or
Hmm.
you do it in a way that you like, that fits the rest of your user base, right? So it's an intelligence exercise. It's an intelligence building exercise. Market intelligence, customer intelligence, product intelligence. That's what you're building with these conversations. So that's why, like, I made this show, because I want more people to do this. It can be through DMs, it can be a conversation, but it has to be a conversation, not just a what do you think and one stop feedback. You have to open a line that goes back and forth.
Yeah. I love your saying.
Mhm.
Yeah, I absolutely agree. Currently, I'm on a stage, I guess, on the early stage.
Mhm.
So I just basically started taking payments a month
Mhm.
ago. Uh, Before that, I was just giving my product for free to users, and
Amazing.
I was chatting with them,
Mhm.
and I've had this meeting, Zoom calls with them. So in exchange of free product, we made a Zoom call, and they show me like how do they use my product. And right now, I guess I'm still in the process of feature parity with Screen Studio. Yes, I
Yeah.
see like
Enjoy it.
like
Enjoy the process,
people
bro. Yeah.
people still send me DMs about features that Screen Studio has currently. Yes,
Mhm.
and I just need to implement this. And yeah, yeah, I'm agree with you.
Yeah, bro. Enjoy the process. Like, in the end, sure, you're building a product for people to use, but it's also a learning journey for you. Like, enjoy implementing these features and understanding, oh, this is how it works out. Like, enjoy. You don't have to rush through it. There's no, time clock. There's nothing. Enjoy the journey, and don't give up, because that's how people,
Oh,
stop. It's because they're like, oh, I'm never gonna be like X company, right? So they give up
Oh,
and
I never thought
yeah,
about it actually.
really.
I'm just my goal currently, I guess, for this year is
Mhm,
uh first of all to create a product, a robust product, like very good, like that will go like word of mouth on
mhm.
the internet, on X, and after that, I I hope it will give me some freedom. Yes, and I will not be, and I will need to go to my main job. Yes, because right now my thoughts are not only about the product, but also about my main job, and I want to
Mhm.
switch my focus only on one thing. And I think uh, when it happens, I will spend much more time on the product, and I will be mm, more independent, I guess. Yeah.
Yeah, it's a beautiful thought, but it might not be 100% reality, right? Like, because you might, let's say, whatever, someone comes in, drops in, 5-year salary in your bank account, right? And now you have 5 years to kind of do whatever you want, and you just focus on the thing. And then you realize, oh, damn, like I'm not putting all my focus here. I'm doing other things and whatever. So, like, I would not fantasize so much about the single thing. I would make time now as fast as possible. Like wake up 3 hours earlier and hit it. Hit screen charm just solo time right now. Like try to figure out how you can do what you want now without these excuses and reasons and oh I'm thinking of this and all of that whatever because the f- the more time you spend the faster you build this, the faster you're gonna see if your fantasy is actually real or not, right?
Yeah.
If you build slowly, and take time and in the end of the year and all of that, there's a lot that can happen in that. So if I were you, I would wake up earlier, like whatever, put an alarm 3 hours earlier, force yourself
I go
up.
to the bed just late at night. I do it opposite.
Yeah, but the freshness of the mind. You're saying I'm thinking about the job, I'm thinking about
Ah,
whatever. It's just
okay.
the freshness of like waking up and hitting screen time. It also programs your brain prior to prioritize it because it's like the first thing you're gonna do in the morning.
I
Fresh
never
mind.
thought about it. I
Yeah,
always was working on my side project at night,
yeah,
and at evenings.
yeah,
Yeah, but not in the morning.
yeah, yeah. It's the same thing. It's just going to bed earlier. Like whenever like if you spend 4 hours in the night programming, right? Just
Yes.
sleep 4 hours earlier, and you wake up super fresh, and you wake up 4 hours
It's hard
earlier.
for me. It's hard for me. I understand some people
Yeah,
can do that, but I never understood them. How do
yeah,
they wake up earlier? Because I wake up when I I
yeah,
think when my first meeting starts at my
mhm,
job, at my main job,
yeah,
I wake up like 30 minutes earlier, and that's it.
yeah.
I cannot
It's
do it
harder. It's harder to do what
otherwise.
you're doing. It's way harder to do it at the end of the night because there's so many things that can happen in the day. You know what I
Yeah,
mean? That at the end of the night, whether or not you have the energy, you have the focus, you have
I don't
is very
know.
hard.
I think at night I love the night when I work at night because everybody is asleep, and
Mhm,
nobody is disturbing me.
mhm.
I can focus on my thing, and nobody is touching me. I'm
Yeah, yeah.
so happy
I'm
at
not.
this
I'm not
time.
telling you what to do. I'm just saying, like, if you're already doing that, great. For me, it's harder to do it in the night because I just don't have enough control over the day to just
Okay,
sit down in the night and
you
focus. You know what I mean?
you like Casey Neistat style? Yes, he wakes up like at 5, as I remember,
Yeah,
at 5 a.m.
yeah. 5
Works
a.m.
4 hours, or something like that. Goes
Hmm.
to a run, 10 kilometers, then go
Hmm.
to the office, and
Yeah, genius. But it's not about that. It's just I don't know if you're married or whatever. Like a lot of times in the night, like it's family time. You're hanging out, whatever. You don't want to be like, hey guys, I gotta go work. Don't like. and now they're
Yeah.
feeling bad, and but
I'm this guy. I'm this guy.
yeah, exactly. So your
I don't
relationships
go
are
to the
suffering if you do
parties.
that.
I don't go to the parties.
Yeah, but if are you married? Like, do you have a family?
Yeah, I'm married.
Okay, so
I don't have children. But I'm
does the
married.
wife want to
Yes.
party? Want to hang out? Want to have fun?
Yeah,
No.
she goes to parties. I just sit at home and do my coding stuff.
Yeah, yeah. Yeah, well, if it works for you, it works for you. I'm just saying that the morning is much, I don't know, for me, it's better.
More
Is
fresh, I guess. Yeah, I
Yeah, more
understand.
fresh. And the night, I can spend time with my wife, make her feel important, the whole thing, like happy wife, happy life. So I don't know.
We recently made a conclusion with my wife. Like
Mhm.
one day a week we spend together. I do
Yeah,
not work at all. So we
yeah,
spend together. We go somewhere,
hmm
uh, and that's basically our solution for this problem.
yeah,
Because on the other days, I
hmm
just work almost all the time. Maybe we spend together, I don't know, 2 3 hours by watching a movie and
hmm
just talking with each other, and
yeah.
that's totally it.
You're not even watching the movie, bro. 3 hours? I don't believe it. Like, I don't believe it. You have a 9 to 5 and you're working the night and you're watching a 3 hour movie. It's just unbelievable. Like, I don't have a 9 to 5 and I still have this problem. Like, like I only code and still I need to make time in the night to just hang out with my wife because if I don't, it's gonna be obvious to her what I'm valuing more,
Mm.
and that is gonna affect your relationship in the long. So, like, I'm just telling you, it's an idea. Idea. Nights for the
I
wife,
I've
mornings
had
for you, and the
fights.
afternoon for your
I've
for
had
your wife.
fights with my wife on this
Yeah,
topic
yeah.
recently.
I'm telling you, I
So,
know. I'm married. I know about this. Like I've been married for a long time. Like it's just uh, what you put into your relationship with your wife just gives you so much more energy, more focus, more motivation, more all of that. So like do once a week, you maybe go out once a week, like a date night or whatever, but in the night, bro, you spending time games, talking, hearing her out, all that stuff. It just, and then you go sleep early and wake up and you hit your thing. So it's not, oh, I need to work because like this, I need to work now, or I need to. It sends a strong message. You
okay.
know what I mean? It's like they're like, you know, and your thing, you don't know when it's gonna be like I'm telling you, like the rationalization you tell your wife is that, well, we need freedom. This is gonna create freedom for us. This is gonna create money, whatever. And she kind of okay, but then it takes 9 months. It takes 10 months. It takes a year. It takes 2 years, and it's like two
Yeah.
years you're not hanging out. You know what I mean? So it's like
Yeah.
it's one of those things where it's like, sure, building. You need to go fast. You need to take it seriously. You need to do all of that, but at the same time, you don't want to neglect your family life because then,
Yeah, for sure. For
yeah,
sure. Yeah. I agree with you.
yeah, yeah. But I appreciate you,
Sometimes
Sergey.
it's
Yeah. Mm.
sometimes it's hard to, and yeah, my wife's sometimes jealous to my product, and she
Yeah.
says like that. She's jealous to my
Mhm.
product, and she go nuts sometimes about this. And
Gotta change
it's
that, bro.
and she cannot just say it directly to me. She just
Mhm.
making some fights or something like this.
You gotta mm, it's
Uh,
not good it's not good for you, bro. It's like your wife being proud of you and happy and safe and secure and knows that she can spend time with you, you know, like, not cross the boundary because you need to still create boundaries and, like, have some work time, but making it so that she feels valued and important and feels like number 1 is it just gives you energy. It gives you so much energy. And, like, energy that you can't get anywhere else, you know?
yeah,
Like
I'm
you might
agree.
think, "Oh, if I'm single, I can just, work all day long." No, but then you're gonna start thinking about girls, and you're gonna go out and be stupid and drinking and all, like, man, it's like that. You're blessed, you know, uh, you have a job, you're working on a great product, you have a wife or whatever, just make the time and go all in focus-wise on each of those things, right? Because you crushing it at work, like, you can still crush it at work and have a super product on the side. You don't have to dread work and be like, "Ah, fuck work. This thing is gonna get me free." No, you can crush it in work, you can crush it in your product, and you crush it in your marriage, and just your life, you'll feel happy.